What's up, everyone? It's Mrozek here, and this will be the work in progress number 1 for the 1/24th XS bust I'll be doing for the Ammo of MiG article. So I've already taken photos of the packaging and the instructions and stuff like that, so I haven't actually unboxed the pieces because I have to be I have to be real careful to make sure I take photos of everything. It's very important. So I actually have a list of photos that I need to take as I do this. They sent me some guidelines as far as what they want and how they want their photos taken. I have my lights set up in my work area, so I have a little mini photo booth right next to my workbench. I'll actually swing around here and show you in a second. It's pretty simple. But actually I'm going to unbox this a little bit and show you some of the pieces, because I've already taken photos of the outside of the boxes. I've taken photos of the instructions and what you get in the first little packet. So I'm at a point now where I can actually kind of open the box and look at some of the pieces, but I want to make sure I got shots of the packaging and stuff first. So yeah, so this is the 1/24th XS bust by G-System Shop, or G-System Models, sorry, G-System Models. And it's pretty cool. So it's got all the motors and stuff like that. It's got the motion sensor, so you can have that turned on if, you know, someone walks by or whatever, it'll open and light up. This I also have their Zeta head, which I haven't built yet, but it seems like these have been getting a lot better, and particularly with their motors. Their first few ones, like the High New, the motors originally had rubber bands for belts, and those wore out over time. And my High New actually doesn't even work anymore, but it's 8 years old, so pretty good go. And I had it on pretty constant for 5 or 6 years, so it was constantly going. So I'm not upset that it doesn't work anymore. My Suzabi bust still works really good, and those motors were much better than the High New. So the High New they learned a lot from. So these new motors, which I'll show you, are gear driven. There's no belts involved. So it comes in 2 boxes. They're not huge. They're about the size of your average G-System Shop, you know, 1/60th or or not 1/60th, one of their older 1/72 kits. So not huge boxes, and it's not super heavy. There's a lot of stuff in here though. So let's look over some of the specs. So there's 2 different specs. On this box, it gives you like the resin part specs. So here you've got, it's 33.5 centimeters tall, a little over 1 foot. The basic dimensions, the weight, 151 resin pieces, 7 clear pieces, 2 masks, 1 sheeted decals, infrared system, that's the motion sensor, LED system. The part I'm most worried about this is the wiring. The wiring on these is a nightmare. It is way much better than G-System Shop wiring, I will give them that. You just have to solder everything, and I'm not very good at soldering. Battery box, and I'm not sure if it comes with the AC adapter or not. Excuse me. So here it tells you infrared system, on-off power, 3-time motor system. Not sure exactly what that means. I think there's 5 motors in all. One opens this, another one opens the head, another one rotates the head and tilts the head, and there's some stuff down here that moves when it's activated. On the other box, it gives you other specs, and these specs have to do with the wiring and stuff and all the stuff that comes with it. So let's see, is this focusing? I always have autofocus turned off. There we go. Again, decals, photo CD, manual. Again, it tells you the resin pieces. This goes into more of the wiring stuff that comes with it. A nice set of photo etch. So there's a lot of stuff in these boxes. So let's take a look. And if I get to a point where I need to stop and take photos, I will. But I've already taken photos of the box. I've already taken photos of everything that's in here, so I can show you guys this stuff. Not a whole lot of decals with this kit. It doesn't need it. It's got a lot of details already, but it's a really nice set of decals, and these were made by I know, so the other decals, but it's really nice, pre-cut, looking good. So yeah, nice little set of decals, a nice set of photo etch. And what's great about this photo etch are that the attachment points are extremely small. It's very nice. This is a really thin photo etch, so it should be fairly easy to work with, and which means it's also fairly easy to damage, so just gotta be careful with that, but it looks good. And they give you a nice set of photos. You get a shot of the back. shot of the front, and then some nice detail photos. So even though they only give you 3 photos, they give you more photos, actually give you more shots than G-System shot, because you get detail shots and stuff. And there's a CD here with all the images and the movies. Same stuff you find on their website. So you can go to their website and look at the images and the movies. There's, you know, these guys make really good kits. And this kit was like announced like, God, I think almost 3 years ago. And people, I know a lot of people waited 3 years. I waited 2 weeks because that's what I ordered mine 2 weeks ago and I got it in 2 weeks. But yeah, everyone else waited 3 years. Nice set of metal stickers. A little detail. These are great little touches right here because these are super easy to use. You can go in there and do some painting on them. Like these are for the eyes and stuff, but those will have clear lenses over them. And it looks like there's some areas of that are cut out so the light will shine through it. So those are nice little easy things to detail with. So everything I've ever bought from these guys has been really top notch. Casting's always been really good. Yeah, I don't know what took them so long to get this out. And they announced it like 2.5 years ago. I know a bunch of people like pre-ordered it, and then they waited, they waited, and they waited, and they waited. And like Jim and Boo, man, he just got his yesterday, and I got mine today, or he got his a couple days ago. So yeah, just really weird. I don't know what happened with them. Something's going on. So let's look at this first box of pieces. Let's see what we got in here. Looks like we got some motors in here. Usually they wrap their motors in foam. And I don't need, like, for the article I'm doing, I don't need to take photos of the bags and stuff. I do want to take photos of, like, the part. Basically, I need to document the process of building a full resin kit. That's what they want. So I've already taken pictures of, you know, hold on, my lens is, okay, I'm back. I have to go clean the lens it stopped recording for some reason. I touched something, but the lens is a little out of whack. Seems like I was getting some lens flare or something. So anyway, I was saying all I have to do is document the process of the building of the kit. So I can unbag these and show you to them, and I can take photos of me like checking them off on the parts list. So I can go ahead and take these, open these up, and show you some of the casting. Jim and Boo has already sent me a few photos of the casting of his kit, and it looks really sharp. This being day first round. So let's make sure there's nothing in there. And it's a big guy. I mean, 1/24. These are big butts. These are nice pieces. So obviously this is one side of the head. And man, it's really good. It is crisp. Super sharp, man. These guys blow G-System Shop away in anything I've ever gotten from them. I'm kind of over G-System Shop. Oh, I do have one little bit of breakage right here. I'm not sure if that'll be an issue later. That does go when you sandwich the heads together. It holds the incon right there. So I may have to, I may or may not see that. I'll probably go ahead and fix it for the article to show people how to do that. If I wasn't doing an article, I probably would just leave it if I didn't see it. But yeah, we'll do it for the article. Nice piece, nice size. Look at that. Really cool. Yeah, all these mechanical details are really sharp. Nice job. You know, I'm going to back up a step. I want to show you the instructions. Where'd I put them? I just had them a second ago. Don't lose the instructions already. I haven't even started. Here they are. Okay. So I'm going to back up just for a second. Rewind. I showed you a lot of stuff and I didn't show you the instructions. So as with all these kits, the instructions are quite interesting. I mean, they're nice cardstock, really not well done. You get some nice photos here of the finished kit. Some of the initial wiring diagram here for the collar. So this looks like this is coming out of the stand because this is the control box that lets you go move the head up, down, left, and right. Here's the wiring. I think, you know, I'm nervous about the wiring, but I think it's, you know, it's all color coded, and it's I've done this before with the Hainu and the Suzabi. It's hard. This part is hard for me because it's something I'm not really used to. So I just gotta go slow and take my time. It's all color coded. Nice out of the back. Your parts checklist. So go through and check off the parts. And again, I've always been curious, and maybe someone can tell me. So like you get these checklists. Like, are these actual photos of the parts or are these renderings? because they look like photos, but they look too perfect to be photos. So I don't know. Someone can probably tell me. I'm thinking they're photos. Another list of what you get as far as electronics, accessories, some more parts checklist, the motors, battery box, the LEDs, your photo etch, clear resin parts, stuff like that, and the instructions. And it looks like a crazy roadmap. I mean, this, this looks very daunting at first. First time I ever started a kit and it looked like this, I'm like, holy crap, what did I get myself into? But if you really just kind of take your time and just go slow, and start, the first step is you get all the parts cleaned up and everything, and then you worry about kind of fitting it together, and you get yourself a process down, as far as the order that this stuff goes together, because there really is not, they don't show you an order. There's no say, hey, do this first. Sometimes they'll put lines that say, and the one line will mean do that first, and another line will mean do that first. This doesn't even say that on here anywhere. Sometimes they'll say, hey, do the green line first, and then do the blue line, and do the red line. That they don't even tell you that on this. It's just a roadmap. So, yeah. So just, when you get something like this and it's very daunting, just go slow. What I'll do is I'll take maybe I'll take this little area and I'll figure that area out. Okay, I know how that goes together. And then I'll look at this, the side of the head, and I'll say, okay, what connects to that? And I'll just work my way to that. Okay, I figured that spot out. Try doing sub-assemblies. Okay, then, well, here's the motor. So what's going to connect to the motor? And it's really, you just have to go slow. And once you've done it a few times, and then you get real familiar with it, sorry about that. My camera stopped recording because I record my phone and it fills up very fast with all the videos I do. So anyway, I was saying, if you get something like this, don't get too intimidated by it. It can be very daunting to look at instructions like this, especially when you're used to, dealing with Bandai, where this area right here would be one step, or this would be a step, so it's daunting. The hard part to me is the wiring. Actually, the building the resin's not that too bad. So, and then again, same thing. This is actually the worst page. This is, I guess, so much going on. The next page shows you a little bit of the collar, how that goes together. They do give resistors with this. G-System Shop never gives you resistors. They always have direct wiring to their LEDs, which is not a good idea. Again, some more of the collar underneath the collar. Where things go, how it works. Man, I don't know what's going on my phone. It just keeps quitting. It's the weirdest thing. So, more instructions here on the collar. Okay, let's try this again. My phone kept overheating. That was a problem. Oh my gosh. Welcome to my channel where only the highest quality videos are seen and produced. So anyway, back to the instructions. Anyway, here we go. Last few pages. And then the base with the wiring and the final assembly. So back to the parts. Let's look at some of these parts again. So I'm going to have the bottom of the box here so I can... let's do this. I'll take this out. That's one of the motors. That way I can put parts back in the box as we go. Here's the base. Lots of little electronic pieces. Lots of stuff. Okay. So now, if I look at this, I can put stuff back in the box. Alright, so we'll look at the base. Okay, I thought maybe I was zoomed in. I'm not. Here's the base. And that is part C. Actually, I should keep that little tab. Take a photo of it. And so this is the same as with all their other busts. It's actually pretty nice. We got a bunch of little pieces in here for the controls and stuff, so I'm not going to take all those out because I don't want to lose anything. This is the battery tray where the battery slides in. Right in the back here, like so. When this is together. So it's actually a nice fit on all their other ones. And then the bottom screws in. You got 6 controls on this kit. You have, I think, full auto. Like you can control it manually, and you can turn on auto, and then you have up, down, left, right movements. This, I'm not sure what that is. That probably goes inside somewhere for something. And then on-off switch on the side. and AC DC or AC adapter port there. So let's put that back in the box. Here we have all the magnets. It was really nice. These are the magnets to attach the armor on this one. Metal bits and switches. These little switches, I have a hard time, man. Every time I try to solder these, I end up melting them. So if anyone has any pointers on how to solder these guys without destroying the switch, let me know, because I always kill them. I don't know. It's my lack of soldering knowledge. So all the switches in there, AC port, some springs, and some metal option parts. Some springs that will be for detailing, I'm assuming. Yeah, some nice cord, metal cord. And then here we have the two heat pressure masks, you know, just vacuum formed. And these looks like this goes over the front and the back head sensors right there. Rubber cord. Not sure if this is probably just used for detailing again. You know, until I start building, really don't know. The clear resin looks really good. It's a little cloudy, but once you spray that with clear or a clear color, it shines up super nice and gets really clear, gets shiny real quick. That cloudiness goes away real fast. Here are a bunch of the control arms for the motors, and they got a big old, it's like electrical port there. I'm guessing that's where the head plugs into the neck. Here's the control switch on the base for the left, right, up, and down. Yeah, cool. Here are all the LEDs and resistors in there. Here's the actual battery box with some wiring. So it's nice because you can, you know, when I was taking my other ones to shows, I was always having a battery, and they would last pretty good for a weekend. You know, because they get, when they're at a show, the sensors continually going off as people walk by and look at it. So yeah, they're pretty good in double A's. And I've got some little rubber feet for the bottom of the base. That's actually a nice touch. And here is the XS Gundam. This lights up in the base as the LED changes. Here's the metal post that the head sits on and goes into the base. All the screws for screwing. Let's see, and then we have at least one of the motors here. Let's take a look. They always package these nicely so they don't get damaged. Yeah, cool. So I'm not going to mess with this. Oh, now there is. I do see they have a belt in here. That's a bummer. Hopefully that will not wear out over time. And if it does, there's a belt on this side. Dang it. That kind of disappoints me because that's what they had on the high new. So we'll see. We'll see how those work. Hopefully they don't wear out quickly. Hopefully it'll be easy to get to if they do wear out. I changed the ones on my high new a few times, but I had glued it all together, so I had to bust it apart to get to them. But yeah, okay. So that's one of the motors. So that's the one. So this, yeah, that goes into the collar. So this looks like it just goes right in the middle. Excuse me. This goes into that plug. So this looks like the center one, and this looks like well, here's the infrared sensor right here. So I'm guessing it goes this way. And they don't know till I try it. And these are, looks like these little guys right here, the arms that open the sides of the head. So I'm guessing these pop out. I'm not going to force anything because I don't want to break it. So I'm kind of bummed out that they have those rubber bands in there, those belts. All right, put that back in there. Put that. So I showed you the sides of the head. Look really good. I'm not going to go over every single piece because I'll be here for 2 hours and this already will be a long video as it is. But we'll go over some of the, let's see. That looks cool. Nice and sharp. Just see a gate and I don't see any mold line. So these guys are really good at what they do. Here's the top of the head. Here's the sides of the intercom right here, and this will light up. The center part lights up, I believe. Here is one side of the head, and the other side of the head. And you got these cool internal, these will all get painted. All inside panels get painted separately. Detail it out. And I'll probably just go with the traditional color scheme. You know, I'm not gonna go too fancy on it. I just need to worry about doing a good job and getting it done in time. Some more parts is the back of the head. Nice details on the inside. This part opens up this way, just opens to the back. And yeah, it just looks real good. Impressed. Okay, let's see. These are, oh, nice, the V-fin. Looks good. Actually goes this way. I had it round. It goes this way. And there's some details on the back, not too much. Come on, just some scribe panel lines. And that's really it for that bag. I'm gonna get a baggie out and put all those little pieces in it. Excuse me. So I don't lose anything. Because gosh knows it took them 3 years to get the kit out. I wonder how long it takes to get any replacement parts if you lost something. Or you're missing something. So I'm gonna do the parts check. I'm not gonna, it's late. I'll do it tomorrow. I need to take photos of that. So I don't want to think about how I want to do it, but I can go through it real quick and get an idea of the quality of the kit and show it to you guys. Oops. Back this up. Well, that's the little pieces. The parts count isn't too bad on this. It's only 151 resin. Well, 151 resin pieces, and there's all the other stuff that comes with it. So, okay, don't drop anything. Don't drop anything. There we go. Those are the A parts. And the C part is the base. So there's that. Look at this box. Just take it all out so that way I can put it back in as I look at it. All right. Here is the big collar area. Do you want to see this little thing? So again, this is a nice size. Just really nicely done. And it looks like they got some nice keys in here to plug stuff in. Until I start working on this, I'll have no clue how this goes together. Until I look at the instructions really. But I'm guessing this goes down here somewhere. Yeah. That goes down there. This is gonna go, where's that gonna go? I don't know. I really don't know. It's pointless to kind of put together. Come on, focus. Just really nice, man. It's really sharp casting. I'm not seeing any mold lines. Really, really good stuff. You can get one of these, grab it, man. Yeah, it's a good kit. Really impressive. So it's interesting how they bag their parts. They just did like 2 big bags, where G-System would have shop would have broken this all up into a bunch of smaller bags, but it's okay. Hey, it's like Christmas. I love the smell of resin. You're not supposed to sniff resin, but I love it. Okay, again, we're not going to show you all the pieces, but it's just some of the nice casting and the details. Really crisp. Man, this will be fun to build. I'm looking forward to it. Some of the panel lines will need some rescribing, a little shallow on this piece, not too bad. Yeah, it's really nice. Here's part of the neck. Obviously this will go in here. There's a gate on it, so it's not gonna fit exactly, but like that. These come into here somehow. Oh, I know. These will go into here. 1, 2, 3. Nice big pegs. Nice big keys for them. So I'll go there. Nice and sharp. Let's see. I'll go crazy with painting all these details, which I plan on doing. Let's see, let's put those pieces in the box. These big pieces. So this is like the big internal structure where one of the motors goes right here. And I'm not sure if it goes this way or this way yet. So don't know, but cool. So one of the motors will go in there, and how's that? These big pieces I can just put in the box, and the smaller ones I'll bag up. Cool kit. So I have till December to get this built and ready. I think I can do it. I have to do it if it's going to be in the book. So here's the other motor. So there's two motors, two big motors, and I guess they all have different functions. So dang it, this has got the belt again also right there. So oh well, hopefully it lasts long, but yeah. It looks good. I mean, it looks like it's high quality. The motor looks, looks good. So we'll see. But yeah, that's the other motor. So I think on the specs they're saying like each motor it has one motor, and this one does like 3 things. It's telling you like how many functions that one motor had. When it's saying one motor, 5, whatever. Strap that up so it doesn't get damaged. That back in my box. Yeah, so that's pretty much. I'm just gonna, the casting's really good, nice sharp details. Minimal mold lines here and there, so it's a good kit. So I'll also show you my kind of work setup now, since I had to rearrange things to make room for a little photo studio area, since I have to take photos quite often while doing this. So I'm just waiting on my contact from Ammo to send me the stuff I ordered. Hopefully I'll get it within a week. And then what I'll do is I'll start the process of cleaning everything up and documenting that process and the pinning process and all that fun stuff. So if I do this correctly and they give me a good article, it'll be a nice long, well-documented article on how to build this kit. So I'm going to take this off the tripod. It's going to be a little shaky. So I have my, my normal work area here. This will be the most choppy video ever. Sorry guys. So this is my normal workbench right here, where I do 90% of all my building, actually 100% of my building. And then I've shown my work area before, but so like here's all my tools in my drawers and stuff. To my right, I have a staging area for parts. So like right now, the Ag Dog is getting wet sanded, so these are the parts that they need to be sanded. I move them here, sand them, and then where my photo areas, I had a drying table, but I moved that. I did buy one of these little cheap spray booths, and this is for really quick little things in acrylics. I don't spray lacquers out here, so I have like a whole second spray booth. This is one of the studio lights that I'll show you in a second that I've set up. My airbrushes, move my computer here. So this is my new staging area for all my projects. 170 seconds of Zabi. The Ag Dogga, lots of sanding has been done. I sanded parts here and there, I'll sand for an hour and go take a break. The second Punisher I'm doing, he's been primed and sanded and primed again. And then the other Ag Dogga parts here that don't require wet sanding, but are ready for their first base coat of black for metallics. All this stuff mostly gets metallic treatment. And then, so I have my little photo studio set up here. And they sent me a PDF on how they want things lit. I'm not going to show that to you guys because it's theirs, it's proprietary. But basically what they want is they want soft lighting, little to no shadows, to show what you're doing in the process. Now the lighting sucks right now because I'm on my cell phone. So for my lighting, they said they use a 3-light system. Well, I don't have room for 3 lights, but you still can get soft, even light with 2 lights. So what I have my main light, and this is what I typically shoot when I'm shooting my models. If I was shooting like a finished kit, I would have 2 lights coming back at me. So I have the main light coming down, and it's actually shining on the backdrop. I have my backdrop much closer to me now, typically be way in the back, so it would go dark, but they want a white background. So the way this is lit is my subject gets lit, and it also casts light onto the background, so it turns white. I have 2, I make these out of foam core. Basically, these are fill cards. Basically what it does is it bounces light to the sides to help fill those side shadows. And then what I have for a front light is I simply have another strobe head right here with nothing on it, and it's bouncing into the ceiling of my work area. So what it's doing, it's actually filling the whole room with light. So I have the main light, which is this light, and this is the fill light. So rather than having a top light and then a second light coming this way and a third light coming this way, I would need this whole room to take photos, but this is going to work the way it is. I've already tested it. I think it'll be fine. I'm going to send them some photos, show them what I got, and once they approve that, I will be good to go to take my photos, but I think they'll be happy. So yeah, so my work area has been condensed significantly. So I got photo area, staging area, mini spray booth area, primary staging area, building area. So this room is probably 12 feet wide from there to there, and then from there to the shooting area is probably another 12 feet. So a 12 by 12 area, I've got this all set up, and it's cramped, but it's going to work. I would really love to have a permanent photo area like this set up at all times. I just don't have the space for it. I would need a much bigger room to do that. So ideally that's what I'd have, and I could do really nice studio photos for everything I do, but alas, I don't. So that's the very first, very choppy work in progress for the 1/24th XS bust from G System Models for the Ammo by MIG article. So yeah, so my next step will be to the next step I'll do is I'll do a parts check, and I'll document that for the article, which, basically talk about how you do that and why you need to do that. And then after that, it'll be the initial cleanup. So yeah, and I've talked to I messaged my Yag Dogger client, and he is cool and let me kind of just chill a little bit on his project. I will still continue to work on that, as well as the Punisher and this 1/72 Zabi. But this project right now is priority. So, and this is kind of one reason I don't have deadline rules. So something like this happens and I have an opportunity, I can do this, and my clients are okay with it. So, but yeah, I communicate with them, let them know what's going on, and say, hey, I have this opportunity. Are you cool with me kind of slowing down on your project a little, make sure they're okay with that, and they're cool. So yeah, they're really nice to let me kind of take this on, because it's a really great opportunity. But anyway, this is Matt Mrozek signing off. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.